Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Ash Gardner. After almost 20 years behind bars, convicted terrorist Abdul Nacer Benbrika will be released from a Victorian prison today. Benbrika was jailed for 15 years for directing the activities of a terror group before serving a 3-year continuing detention order. There are strict conditions placed on his release, including a year-long supervision order.
It's a matter of the law. And we have put in place the strongest possible recommendations to ensure community safety.
PM Anthony Albanese there. A massive clean-up operation is underway in far north Queensland after the worst floods in 100 years. The rain has eased and the severe weather warning cancelled, while the task of airlifting hundreds of residents in Wujal Wujal to safety continues. Police in Sydney have made one of the biggest drug busts in the state's history. Officers uncovered more than 700 kilos of cocaine with an estimated street value of $1 billion after foiling an alleged kidnapping attempt. Police arrested 4 men at a ride unit, allegedly waiting to kidnap and rob an occupant before uncovering the haul inside.
There were large black sports bags that were filled with 1 kilo blocks of cocaine. And within the wardrobes were hundreds of kilos of cocaine stacked up.
Detective Superintendent Joe Dewey there. A man has now been charged with murder following the death of a woman at the National Zoo and Aquarium in Canberra yesterday. The 29-year-old's body was found in a commercial kitchen area at the tourist attraction. The zoo remains closed today as investigations continue. Westpac says mobile and online banking services are returning to normal after an earlier outage. Customers are being warned they may continue to experience intermittent issues. In an Australian first, a New South Wales woman has given birth after receiving a uterus transplant. The arrival of the baby boy comes almost 12 months after the initial transplant operation. After weeks of intense earthquake activity, a volcano has erupted in southwest Iceland. Nearly 4,000 residents were evacuated last month as a precaution. The death toll from an earthquake in China's northwest has climbed to 111. More than 230 others were injured in the magnitude 6.2 quake. Sport and entertainment news are next. Mitchell Starc, Travis Head and Pat Cummins are all expected to attract big bids at tonight's IPL auction in Dubai. The Sydney Thunder take on the Adelaide Strikers in tonight's men's Big Bash, and Aussie Josh Giddey has scored 16 points as the Thunder beat the Grizzlies 116-97 in the NBA. The Timberwolves have beaten the Heat 112-108. In entertainment news, Jonathan Majors has been dropped by Marvel Studios after the actor was found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. He's due to be sentenced in February. Celine Dion's sister says it could be a while before she returns to the stage. While providing an update on her health, she says Celine has now lost control of her muscles as she continues to battle stiff person syndrome. A dress worn by Princess Diana has fetched more than $1.7 million at auction. The late princess wore the dress in Florence in 1985 and Vancouver in 1986. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team. We'll have another episode of The Update for you tomorrow.